What type of insurance do I need to sell food from home? If you are looking to create a home-based food business, as so many are now in 2021 and in 2022, you're going to definitely need to have some type of insurance. And believe it or not, your homeowner's insurance policy does not cover basic businesses or food-based businesses. So in this video, I'm going to give you some understandings of what type of insurance you need in order for you to sell food from your home and do it legitimately and securely so you don't get sued and lose your house. We're going to dive into that right now. All right, so welcome back. It is Damien from Marketing Food Online. And in this video, I'm going to cover several things you need to understand. If you are going to create a home-based food business, even under the cottage food laws, many of the states don't necessarily require you to have food business insurance for a home-based business, but you definitely want to look into it. And I'm going to give you some understanding of what it is, but definitely do your own due diligence and a little bit more research and find out. But I'm going to kind of break it down for you and let you understand the importance of having a food-based business policy insurance for your home-based business. And as always, if this is your first video, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. We have nearly 1,000 videos for the food entrepreneur to get your business up and running. I wanted to definitely touch base with everybody who is our subscriber. Have not created any videos in quite some time. I've been quite ill due to the lovely situation that's been going around. I did catch it and unfortunately had it for a couple of weeks, and I was kind of out of commission and in the middle of our busiest time of our season with my other businesses. So let me dive into it and explain to you guys what you need as far as the insurance policy. So if you're preparing food from home, almost every state now, including New Jersey, as a matter of fact, thank goodness for them, but they also have now a new cottage food law underway that allows people to create food products from home. You can definitely do that, but you need to check your state specifically because every state dictates the type of food products that you can actually sell. Now, many states and also cities and counties within those states do not require you, in some cases, to even have a business license, believe it or not, but let alone having a food business insurance policy for your home-based food business. And that's something that's kind of odd, but it's basically the states are trying to minimize the amount of money it costs for you to get started from home. But you got to understand one thing. There's a couple of really important things to know if you're going to start selling food from home, is that your homeowner's policy, most likely, I'll almost guarantee you, does not cover a food business insurance policy under your home policy. So especially if you're renting your home or renting an area, an apartment of some kind, and you have the ability to create food business products from there, that's not also going to be your renter's policy. Most likely is not going to cover your business if you're going to start a business. Do not, this is my 2 cents and advice, do not start a food business from home as a hobby, because if somebody gets sick, the liability could be really dramatic and very, very bad. If you happen to get sued, somebody gets sick, or they have insurance bills, hospital bills, or something to that effect, if you're selling food products. Food businesses from home are different than every other type of food or every other type of business that's out there. Many times if you start an online e-commerce business from home and you're selling products that are being drop shipped and you're never touching them and stuff, that's different. The liability is still there, but it's not as great if you have a food business. So, number one, what type of policy, Damien, are you talking about when it comes to having a food business from home? What does that mean? Number one, general liability. You're going to need to have some type of a policy with a basic general liability. This can protect your business from having to pay a third party for bodily injuries, or if you've got property damage claims. It also protects against claims regarding products completed if you've got any type of personal injury or something that's derived from your product and someone were to get sick. That's something that you need to start off with, a basic general liability. Now, as I get done with this, I'll have down below some links to our blog that'll show you the types of websites where you can actually buy these types of insurance policies, just so you know as well, just to help you out. Next up is product liability. So the food industry is something that's really unique, as I mentioned before, because the product itself is being consumed. If you're in an electronics business, well, nobody's obviously consuming electronics and nobody's consuming things that are non-edible. But when someone buys a product and they eat it, there runs a risk of someone getting sick, maybe having an allergic reaction. Maybe there's an ingredient that just didn't agree with them and they're in the hospital for 2 weeks. That could pose a problem. So product liability is really something you need as well. And that is something that you can get with a policy even as a cottage food operator for a home-based business. Next up, what's known as inland marine insurance. This is part of the policy as well that you can get on there. This is going to be something that the cottage food law insurance policy offers 2 coverage options for inland marine. And you can actually get this for stolen business equipment if you've got to repair some equipment or broken down equipment within your cottage food operation. That type of insurance policy is definitely something that can cover that for you. Now, keep in mind, I'm not an insurance agent. In no way, shape, or form am I trying to solicit or sell you insurance. So definitely do listen to this video in its entirety, but also do a little bit of research on the internet, okay? Next up, you got your damages to your premises if you're renting. So like I mentioned before, maybe you're renting even a commercial kitchen, but you have a cottage food business that's operating from its business standpoint from home, but you happen to branch out or you're expanding and you get a rental place such as a commercial kitchen. You're going to need to have coverage for that as well. Now, some misunderstandings about renting a commercial kitchen and operating a food business from there. Producing a food product from there, most commercial kitchens will have insurance for themselves for the commercial kitchen. That doesn't mean like, Damien, if I take my product there and I make it, if I sell that product, that insurance policy for the commercial kitchen does not cover my produced product. Does that make sense? So you definitely want to make sure that you've got coverage for that, okay? And again, if you don't have coverage policies for these types of things, it leaves you open personally to be sued. And I mean, potentially losing your vehicles, your personal belongings, your home. This is something that a lot of home-based food business operators don't think about, and you really need to give it some thought. Next up, they even have cyber liability. So nowadays, many cottage food laws within the states actually allow you to sell food online if you deliver it in person. Most of the time, it has to require a delivery from you, the one that's produced the product. So keep that in mind. But if you create something online, they actually have cyber liability now because of protects your business from the costs of rise from experiencing like cybersecurity breaches, business information that gets collected or transactions. If there happens to be some type of security breach and people's credit cards get basically out there in the world where people are seeing it, you're going to have cyber liability. So definitely something else that you want to think about as well. Bueno. So operating a home-based cottage food business also may entail the fact that you have a website and you have something online, you have a presence online. But if people's information get out there because of your website and it gets traced back to you, you want to make sure you also have cyber liability, which is a relatively new type of addition that you can get to food business insurance policies as well. So basically keep in mind this, if you're going to operate your home-based food business, you need to make sure that you have yourself protected and separate your business from your personal life. Aside from even getting yourself an insurance policy, make sure that you get a business license and incorporate yourself. And again, if you're not really familiar how to do that, down below this video in the descriptions, we'll definitely have some information about where you could go to do that online in a matter of just a few minutes. So the 3 major things you need to think of is definitely getting yourself an insurance policy. Make sure that you have a business license. Even if your cottage food state requirements are not as such and you don't need to have one, incorporating yourself as an LLC also gives you a layer of protection too. You need to protect yourself as a business. Just starting to bake something and taking it to local events, throwing a label on it and selling it under the table and making some cash on the side, I highly wouldn't recommend you do that because of the fact that there is liability involved with it. Take it seriously, take it as a real legitimate business, but make sure you take the steps to protect yourself and even your family, because if you don't have an insurance policy in place for your food business, you may be misunderstood that your homeowner's policy or your renter's policy or whatever it may be for your home covers it when in fact it actually doesn't. So that is definitely check into it. Like I said, it's very important for you to have an insurance policy in place for your home-based food business, and it can always be changed, added to, or different types of additional features put onto your policy as you grow out of that and you grow into a commercial kitchen or you grow into a commercial facility, and then you begin to sell online. But having it from the get-go, having it from the start, you definitely need to make sure you have insurance policy set in place. Now, if you have any more questions about food business liability insurance policies, even under the cottage food, or you're trying to wonder what type of insurance do I really need to sell food from home, please let us know down below. We'll try to get some more additional videos and resources set up for you so you can understand. But check out our website, those links down below this video. There's a ton of great useful information on there as well. and we'll see you guys on our next video.